One of the key highlights of Nigeria's agriculture sector in 2024 is its significant contribution to the country's gross domestic product. The first quarter of the year recorded a growth of 0.18%, a recovery from the minus 0.9% growth in the same period of 2023. The National Bureau of Statistics reported that by the end of the third quarter, the sector had grown by 1.14%, contributing 28.65% to overall GDP in real terms, with crop production leading the way at 26.51% growth. The farming season in 2024 was a mix of highs and lows for farmers. While many reported bumper harvest, others were affected by dry spells in parts of Adamawa, Taraba, Plateau, Gombe, Borno, Ekiti, and southern states.
According to the forecast of the NIMET, which we usually use it as a guide, but we don't 100% believe in it, that is what caused some of the challenges we had, because at the initial stage they said the rain will start earlier and we have a breakup. Such breakup discourage most farmers and destroy most crops.
The sector continues to face challenges, including climate change, insecurity, inadequate infrastructure issues, and financing. By September 10, 2024, the Food and Agriculture Organization reported that 1.3 million hectares of land had been submerged, including 558,000 hectares of cropland. To support farmers during the year, in July, the federal government launched the distribution of 60 trucks of fertilizers to each state to boost production. The 2024 budget allocated over 360 billion naira to the agricultural sector. Additionally, the federal government secured a $600 million loan to support agricultural sector growth. The year also reveals that Nigeria faces mounting challenges in food security. 31.7 million people facing high levels of food insecurity amid soaring rates of malnutrition. This is according to the World Bank's Food Security Update report released in September 2024. The report also revealed a 28% increase in the number of people facing high levels of acute food shortages driven by factors such as intensified conflicts and climate-related shocks like drought and food inflation. The report further noted that domestic food price inflation remains among the highest globally, with food prices increasing by 37.5% year-on-year as of August 2024. In response, the government launched several initiatives to address the food crisis, including the distribution of rice palliatives to states in July. In September, the government commenced the sales of 30,000 metric tons of milled rice at a flat rate of 40,000 naira per 50 kg bag.
As part of the strategy of the ministry to tackle the food price inflation, our pledge and promise to Nigerians is that we will ramp up production back to back, which means as the rainy season is finishing, we are moving into the dry season and we are preparing.
In the year, President Bola Tinubu announced the creation of the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development, while the African Development Bank facilitated the mobilization of $2.2 billion for the second phase of the Transformative Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones Nigeria project.
The Livestock Ministry now will focus on livestock. I believe that will go a long way in making sure that we have sufficient food in the country, even start exporting. Because the livestock sector, as it is, has a lot of potentials, which is not yet tapped in this country.
The government has also introduced initiatives to support both dry and wet season farming, with a particular focus on crops such as wheat, rice, maize, and millet.
We are hoping that the smallholder farmers and small-scale producers will be incentivized by giving them good security to be able to go to their farms, by giving them access to good seeds, access to credit, access to mechanization, and then the enabling environment will be correct for people to do their utmost. And in spite...
Looking ahead to 2025, the federal government has shown financial commitments to the agriculture sector with a proposed budget of up to 800 million naira. The president has also promised to improve mechanized farming in the coming years.
I have over 2,000 tractors coming to this country for mechanized farming.
As Nigeria continues to pursue economic diversification, addressing the structural issues hindering the growth of the sector is essential, especially considering that it employs more than 36% of the country's labor force, particularly in rural areas. Hajara Aliyu, Channels Television News.